So we are going to talk about energy band theory. Yeah, you are on the channel YouTube Comrade, and I am.
बरसों से पागल हूं। तुम ही मेरा पागलपन हो, तुम ही मेरा जुनून हो।
Kissing.
Let's go. So solids are basically divided into three parts, or three classifications are there of solids: conductor, semiconductors, insulator. Let us discuss what is conductor. Conductors are generally metals which has very low resistance, nearly 10 to the power minus 2 to 10 to the power minus 8 ohm meter. And example of that can be copper, iron, etc. Now comes to insulator. In this, no current flows or very hard to flow current. Hence, their resistance is very high, nearly 10 power 8 ohm meter. If we want to check a material is conductor or non-conductor, we have to just make a circuit, battery, bulb and a open wire, where we supposed to put those conductors or insulator, and we got if bulb glows it is a conductor, and if bulb don't glow it is a insulator.
हमें आगे नहीं बढ़ना है क्या?
But what about semiconductor? Semiconductor is in between both. It has resistance in between conductors and insulators. Well, we have to understand energy band theory, so let us understand how it originated. We have well studied all about isolated atom in previous classes or previous chapter in Bohr's atomic theory.
लगता है इसको चढ़ गई है।
Theory. We can understand energy of each electron in an isolated atom. But when these atoms, various billions and millions, comes together to make a crystal, what energy changes take place? Well, inner electrons do not have sufficient change, or they have very less change due to neighbor atoms in crystal. But the outermost electron, which are valence electrons, get much affected by nearby atoms because of sharing, or in metals these electrons lose away and become clouds. So their energy level just changes to a very different level. However, studying each atom's valence electron energy change is very hard, as there are billions and trillions of atoms in each crystal. Whereas we are only talking about valence electron because valence electrons conducts electricity, inner electrons never. This is because when valence electron gets in motion due to potential we put across crystal by battery, they get accelerated, or velocity they got, and they conduct current. But inner electrons get more bounded towards nucleus because of positive charge that created on atom, and hence inner electrons unable to conduct electricity, and we are not going to talk about it anymore. However, valence electrons also difficult to understand its energy change in each atom, and when we are going to take billions and trillions of these atoms, we are unable to study any proper data. So what we are doing, we are making a levels of energy. That 3.4 is a level of energy. Which electrons, whatever electrons is in this energy in valence shell, we are putting in, that's marking that just like a tally number we are doing in previous classes, or we are just putting electron dot. We are saying that these electrons have energy level this. These many of energy levels collectively becomes a band. These bands are called energy level bands. So we are going now on what we have original matter, that is energy band diagram. So energy band diagram, as you can see in isolated atom, what we have, Bohr's theory, by Bohr's theory we have certain energy levels, and we have defined that in number 1 cell this is energy level, number 2 cell this is energy level. Whereas when we jump to energy level diagram in solid state or in a crystal, we have bands. Here bands are of energy levels starting from lower energy level to higher energy level, but these bands are collectively made such that they can be distinguishable, or we have some significant meaning of this collection. So we have three collection of energy levels. First is valence band. Here all the electrons which are in valence cell or valence sharing between neighbor atoms are put it here. Here no electron is free. Here this valence band is. But in this valence band also there is a slightly energy levels which are differ in energies. Means this is 3.1, then this is 3.2, then this is 3.3 electron volt, and goes on. This whole make a bunch of energy levels which is called valence band. Then comes forbidden band. This is a blank band where no electrons can stand. Actually when electron free from valence band, or when electron is free from atom or sharing, they become a current carrying current, they conduct. When an electron becomes free from neighbor atoms effects or their own nucleus attraction, they goes to conduction band, or they conducts electricity, and here there are many electrons which are in valence shell. But when these electrons get excited due to when we take potential across the crystal, we take a battery over there, and these electrons get excited and becomes so much free that they conduct electricity. These all electrons comes into conduction band. Here there is a certain amount of energy jump which is called forbidden band. Here no electrons stands and no electrons stops this, but they jump directly from valence band to conduction band. This is most important. Here no electron remains. Hence this gap plays an important role in conduction. If we give valence electron that much energy that it is equal to or greater than forbidden gap, then all valence electrons are going to jump to conduction band. So here conduction band is all levels of energy in which electrons are free to conduct electricity. So let us discuss all energy band diagram of all atoms or of all types of crystals, that is conductor, insulator, and semiconductor. So here when we see the conductor has no forbidden gap, or when we put nearly 0 electron volt or 0.0001 electron volt, the battery is very low, 0.001 electron volt, then also there is a conduction. because valence bond and conduction band, in between there is no energy gap, no forbidden gap to be required to make this valence electron get excited to go to conduction band. So these electrons are easily available for current conduction. Therefore also there is very less resistance for this conductor. However, when we see the conductors here, we also see that in this there is also some conductors which has some overlapping between valence band and conduction band. However, that also means that forbidden gap is zero. Hence, valence band can excited and go into conduction band. Then there is a question in mind, why not all valence band goes to conduction band and create a current flow without a battery? Because energy is whatever here is zero, and this is sufficient, or some energy if there is required, we have all environment energy, the temperature, that can excite these electrons to go conduction band. However, all the electrons of valence band are in conduction band in conductors, but they do not conduct electricity without battery. This is because they go in different direction. Means if electron is here in conduction band, then it can go here also, and another electron can go here also. So these directions are very random when there is no battery in conduction band. They are free, but they have a different direction of motion. When we put a battery there, there is a certain direction flow of these electrons in conduction band. Well, I think you got that, but now comes to insulator. In insulator there is a very high 5 electron volt near 14 forbidden gap. Hence we require a lot of excitement energy for this valence electron to become conduction electron or become a current carrying electron. This is the fact that insulator got a high resistance. Next come to conduction band and valence band in semiconductor. In semiconductor there is a forbidden gap of nearly 1 electron volt. This is between 0 and 5 electron volt. Hence they have resistance in between. Let us study more clearly what is going in metals or conductors. Here electrons are free due to valence electrons can go easily to conduction band and they become free. So here all electrons we see are free and they become clouds, as in a sky. Any of these electrons are seen as sky water molecules that freely ever to go anywhere. Whereas when we make a battery over there, they make a certain direction of these electrons to flow and hence conduct electricity. Whereas in insulator there is a high electron volt forbidden gap which creates no flow of current. But as conductors or metals conduct electricity, they glow the bulb. Next come to semiconductor. As electron volt here 1 only, this means they need energy, some amount of energy to conduct electricity. Hence we have to heat some amount of energy to this crystal of semiconductor and we got a flow of electrons in a bulb. And hence it is also an insulator when it is cooled down, and it is also a conductor when it is heated.
इसका एक ही जवाब है, हाँ।
हाँ भाई हाँ।
अरे हाँ भाई हाँ।
मैं तेरे बाप को मत सिखा, चल।